Hello everyone and welcome back to Train to 15. Today we are back on Schnellfahrstrecke Köln to Aachen, and we are in the New Journeys DB-BR 423 running an S-Bahn Köln service from here at Düren Hauptbahnhof over to Köln Hauptbahnhof. By default, the S-Bahn Köln 423 is not included. It's recycled from a different route which I can't remember where it's recycled from. It's got its own. It's basically its own dedicated gameplay pack, and it's available on basically on all platforms for £2, $3 so really cheap. And I must say, even at full price, it is pretty darn worth it. So yeah, we're here at Düren, heading up to Köln. Let's get started. Let's set her up. Master gate, reverser, unlock the doors. Let's check all of this area, make sure those keys work. Passenger lights on, cab light we can turn off, headlights to marker, window heating, that doesn't do anything. There's the horn, spotlight, doesn't really matter, I'll use it if it gets darker. Let's get the safeties on. Sifa and PZB and LZB, interestingly. So yeah, Düren is like at the halfway, basically the halfway point on the route, because off to the west it gets a lot slower, and there's the LZB. Off toward Köln, it's a lot faster, and there's LZB support. Right, we've got one more minute here. Do you do anything? No, you don't, so I'll turn you off. Do you do anything? No, you don't, so you can be turned off as well. There we go. Instrument lights, turn them on. I think this thing has a top speed of like 140. Let's have a look at the interior. Pretty standard German metro interior. This, after Köln to Aachen, the 423 was actually recycled again as part of the Frankfurt to Fulda route. Oh my goodness, those headlights on the 642 are bright. Haha. As I was saying, it was recycled as part of the Frankfurt to Fulda route. And for some reason, the one on the Frankfurt S-Bahn has a completely different interior, so the interior on that one is wrong. Next stop, Merzenich in 4.1 kilometers. And we're already at line speed. Alright. I'll just leave these displays on. I've just decided for realism purposes. Alright. No AFB. So I will have to manually control this train. The Düren is also, as far as the S-Bahn Köln line runs, so this is the longest service you can do. You could also run S12 services that start at Horum, which is about halfway between Düren and Köln. This thing also comes with its own dedicated New Journeys timetable. However, that is not as complete or as good as the revamped timetable we got a week ago. Right. This thing does have some decent acceleration even at high speeds. We are already at 140 kilometers an hour. Very impressive. So yeah, the S-Bahn Köln services also have their own dedicated high-speed line. If I don't slow down fast enough, the LZB will get me, and that's what I'm afraid of. That's the one thing which I really hate about PZB. If you don't slow down fast enough, for its liking, it will punish you. 900 meters, I should probably start slowing down. Mind you, I don't think I've ever driven the 423 before. It's a neat unit, but I'm not really into the German metro stuff, I'll be brutally honest. I much prefer doing the regional or the freight or the ICE or IC services. I'm not really one for the metro stuff, I'll be honest. There aren't too many routes that let you do metro stuff. Hauptstrecke Rhein-Ruhr, the aforementioned Frankfurt to Fulda. Come on, stop! Ooh. Slight overshoot, but there we go. Yeah. Honestly, the high-speed section can feel pretty quiet, even with this realistic timetable. Like, most of the time, all you're seeing are the S-Bahn services. Not too much freight stuff or ICE stuff. They're pretty infrequent, I must say. Ooh, I like the door close sounds. Those are nice. Next stop, B-U-I-R, Buyer? Maybe, I don't know. Sometimes these German pronunciations for a non-native speaker like myself are pretty hard. Full speed ahead, and look at that. That's already 80 kilometers an hour. This thing is quick. Whoa! Did you see that? What? There was just this, as I passed the speed limit sign, there was this really weird visual glitch. Like the train, like for a split second, the train like flicked from, the view flicked from this to the outside view and back again in like a millisecond. It was barely noticeable. I don't know if you picked it up, that the recording picked it up, but there you go. Wouldn't it be cool if we're like going along at 140, we get overtaken by an ice? That'd be pretty cool. It's rare, but it happens. Alright. Yeah, this thing is pretty quick. As I was saying. 140 kilometers an hour seems pretty fast, but when you think about how the... Oh, there's a talent too. When you think about how the ICE 3M on this section can go 250, that really... This train really does pale in comparison. Alright. We have the warning. So let's get... Is there a signal buzzer? No. What's that? It's probably another 423. Oh my goodness, I really have to slow down. Ah! This is gonna be close. Come on. I think we might make it in time. There's another service to Düren. I can see why this route was the Train Sim World 2 core route, because when you think about it, this route ticks all the boxes. It's got metro, it's got S-Bahn, it's got freight, it's got ICE, it's got intercity, if you've got the right layers, it's got regional express services. I have really enjoyed the new timetable on this route. I think that the developers did an absolutely superb job. I mean, nothing else about the route is updated, but I think I'm now playing this route far more than I used to, simply because we've now got a good timetable for it and realistic services. stop Sindorf in 8.8 kilometers. So what are our stops for today? Sindorf, Horum, which is where the S12 services start popping in, so we'll start seeing quite a bit more S-Bahn traffic. Frechen-Königsdorf, Köln-Weiden, Köln-Löwenich, Köln-Müngersdorf Technology Park, Köln-Ehrenfeld, where the regional express services also stop, Köln-Hansaring, and Köln Hauptbahnhof. So quite a few stops. Alright, I'll go up to 130, since it's not worth going all the way up to 140 and then immediately crashing on the brakes. There's a warning sign. We're back onto single track running. I think after Horum, where the S12 services start, I think we're going to start also seeing more double track running as well. You can also tell by the track ballast texture that previously only this 2-track mainline existed, and then more recently they added this S-Bahn Köln line. I think 140 is this unit's top speed. Yeah, it is. There we go. It says so right above the cab. I have actually been really digging the German stuff in this game recently. Now that I know how to handle PZB, I've been having a lot of fun driving the German units in this game. I think previously I was really getting attached to the British Rail stuff, especially what was it, like Preston to Carlisle. There's a 185 MRC. Wonder where he's going. It's going to Muizengoderen from, don't know what that is. I'm guessing that's in Holland or Belgium. Alright, we do have an 80 speed limit coming out of Sindorf. Also, another thing I should point out, with the new timetable, the BR423 provides the vast majority of playable services, with over a third of the total services across the entire route. So, if you see a train, it's most of the time it is a 423. They're pretty thick on the ground. And even though I know a lot of people recoil at the sound of, oh, we need to get a gameplay pack in order for this to show up, it's so cheap that even at full price, I think it's worth the money. Alright, we gotta slow down. 100% brake. It's making me slow down quite quickly. Hertz magnet. Right, there we go. Safe to release. Got it. Alright. Okay, we are considerably early. A minute and a half to do 600 meters. I think I might slow down. I think I can actually cut the brakes and just coast it all the way to the station. Yeah, I find it a bit of a pity that Köln's never gotten like a proper remaster, like for example Nachwerker Dresden did. Wish that could have been a thing. But, hey. The developer, if you don't remember, put in a comment on my news, on one of my videos about the Köln to Aachen timetable update, and said, basically, I don't have the expertise to pull off a lighting upgrade, so my only expertise is in timetables, so... Okay, that was a major overshoot. Whoops-a-daisy. At least all the doors are still in the platform. One thing I don't get about Train Sim World that we do have in Train Sim Classic is, if doors are not within platform in Train Sim Classic, the doors on that carriage will not open. In Train Sim World, that's not just that's just not a thing. If you hang the doors out behind or in front of a platform in Train Sim World, the doors will open onto thin air regardless, which is a bit of a shame, really. Right. See if there's anything behind. Don't think there is. Okay, there is a RE1 Aachen to Ham West service pulling into Düren. That is faster than we are, so right, we gotta go up to 80. Alright, 2.1 kilometers to Hodum, and after that we should start seeing far more traffic on the route. Alright, there's the head shunt for the S12 services to turn around. So I'm guessing that guy's an S12 service. Let's have a look. As I thought, Hodum to Hennefsieg. Yeah, that's an S12 service. Yeah, and we're early once again. This is a realistic timetable, so I'm guessing they don't use full power as much in real life, but that's just me just trying to keep to the schedule. Oh my goodness, this is going to be a huge overrun. Yeah, as I thought. Look at that. Oh goodness, that's a 11-meter overrun. Oh, dang it. So yeah, Hodum is where we actually ended off our last video. If we have a look over here, this platform over here was where we ended off the last video. So yeah, Hodum is actually probably one of the bigger stations on the route. Another freighter service heading to Genk, wherever that is. Next stop, Frechen Königsdorf in 5 kilometers. What's that service? Is that an S12 or is that an S19? It's an S19. Have I said before that I like this little 423? I probably have, but yeah, I do like it. It's a decent little unit. I don't really like driving the Frankfurt to Fulda version because A, the surfaces on there are much shorter, and B, it's got, as I've said before, it's got totally the wrong interior, so that cabin interior, so that for me just completely spoils the immersion. And that immersion in this game is everything. Everything. Oh, hello. Oh, it's that service to Genk. It's that intermodal train to Genk we saw earlier. One thing I would love to see is one of those TGV AI services that was talked about. Apparently, if you're doing it at the correct time, you can actually see TGV services running between Köln and Aachen and vice versa, simulating Thales services, but it's just the TGV, because while it is the correct train, they don't have a Thales license, so yeah. And also, I forgot to mention, this timetable is still only available for Steam players and also for PlayStation 4 players. Why PlayStation 4, you asked? Because it got accidentally added to a build, to the PlayStation 4 build a while back, and they decided we might as well leave it in there if they could help bug test for us. Is that a good stop? Yes, it is. Right. This station is nice. I like the way that it has a walkway coming through all the way over here and then elevators and stairs down. I like that design for some reason. One thing I also do like is that when the NPCs get updated, the updates apply across all the old routes. Like, for example, this woman's talking on her phone. That was not present back in Trains of World 2 when this route originally released. Wonder where that RE1 service has got to. Oh, there he is. He's booking it at 160, but he's still got a bit to go before he catches up. Right, we've got 120 limit coming up. Next stop, Köln Weiden West, Platform 1. One thing I wish that had come with this update, but again, I realize why it wasn't included. I wish we could have gotten guard mode somehow, but I don't really think that would have been possible with the rolling stock that we get on this route. I don't really think a lot of them are equipped with guard panels in real life. Alright, easy does it. Let's shut it down. One thing I wish could get another update is the scenery. Like, that's pretty bare bones scenery. Oh, there's another train coming through. It is a Dosto cab car with, I presume, a 146 on the other end. Doing the RE1 service. Yeah, it's a 146. That's off of Mein Spessartbahn, I think. Next up, Köln Löwenig in 1.4 kilometers. And we didn't even get up to line speed before having to slow down. That's funny. Okay, this is going to be an early stop, I think. Yeah, there we go. Goodness. Next up, Köln-Müngersdorf Technology Park in 3.8 kilometers. Oh, wrong button. There we go. Oh, that RE1 service is stopped at Horum. I don't think he's going to be able to catch up. Annoying. Oh well. At least we're clear back up to 140 kilometers an hour now. We have an 120 speed limit going into Köln-Müngersdorf. It's fine by me. Oh, there's the weird lighting glitch where it looks as though we're in a tunnel. I can't believe that's been there all of this time. That should have been fixed just after the route came out. That's ridiculous. Close enough. I want to see if this would be like a good shot. No, probably wouldn't. Alright, you gotta wait for another 40 seconds. It's astounding how rare trains are. Like, we're now in a... I thought there would be far more trains around. I mean, Köln Hauptbahnhof is pretty busy. Don't get me wrong, but I honestly thought there would be more just stuff around now that we have the new timetable. But no, it seems to be a pretty quiet line considering how important it is. It's one of Germany and France's main rail links, for one thing. Next stop, Köln-Ehrenfeld in 2.1 kilometers. This is a pretty... Ehrenfeld is a pretty important stop because the regional RE1 services also stop there too. Imagine I'm going to have to acknowledge a 1000 hertz magnet pretty soon. There's that mysterious water tower, question mark? At least I think it's a water tower. And I think it's time for a screenshot. Let's get a good shot while we're here, why not? With that mysterious, quote, water tower, maybe, in the background. Let's try and get a good angle. There we go. And let's adjust the depth of field. There we go. And then let's add a ton of motion blur. There we go. I love... Have I said before how much I love photo mode? I probably have. Oh, there's a light locomotive. Wonder where he's going. He's going to... Oh, it just says he's an AI. Whew. If I hadn't acknowledged that, that would have been very bad. If I hadn't acknowledged that in time, that would have been an automatic emergency brake application. 100%. Right. 80 limit coming into force soon. Right. Stay below 65. Wonder why we've got a red signal. Probably because we need to like close the door or something, and then the game will acknowledge that. Oh, there's a... What is going on over there? Looks as though we've got a freight service and a 642 service going past at the same time. The 642 is going to Bedburg, while the freight train is going just off the map. Unlock doors. Thank you. Weird to see... I was talking about how there were no services coming by, and then two go past at exactly the same time. The 642's headlights on the older lighting engine are completely bugged. Look how bright that is. That really needs a patch, that does. Oof. It's just like blinding, and that's not even with the high beams activated. It's completely ridiculous. Alright. Alright, we have to stay below 24, otherwise we'll get an emergency brake application, which we certainly do not want. Another thing which I think improves the immersion is the addition of graffiti on the side of things. I think that does improve the immersion. Alright, I have to be very careful with my power application. Like 20% should be more than enough. Next stop, Köln-Hansaring in 2.4 kilometers. Alright. There's another 423 coming in. I presume he's an S12 or S19. He's an S12, right. Safe to release. Right, let's go. Sorry, I've been trying not to hit the wrong button here. Okay, I need to slow down. Oh, we're heading on the overpass. Frame rate's dropping. I think it's loading in like the Köln depot and all of the trains there. That is a lot of rolling stock. Woohoo! Look at this magnificent bridge. I don't think I've ever been across this bridge. I've always been going through the lower levels because I've been driving like the other stock, like the freight stuff or the intercity, like the express stock. Excuse me. Oof. Yeah, and there's... Oh my goodness, it's like the train's in a tunnel. But I hate that. Alright, 700 meters to Köln Hansering. Here we go, coming into Köln proper. Yeah, frame rate's definitely dropping with loading all of this rolling stock in. No wonder they wanted to test it on Steam players first. It is a pretty comprehensive timetable, i.e. performance intensive. Full stop. Come on. After this, it's just Köln Hauptbahnhof. There's another talent too, which I don't really like driving because the low tone of the horn keeps cutting out like the old rapid transit talent too. I prefer driving the talent 2 on Nahverk or Dresden if I'm driving it anywhere. Yeah. Like, all the stock around Köln Depot, it is performance intensive, mind you, but I'd much rather have a performance intensive area than having an area with no rolling stock at all, just looking really empty. That'd be terrible. Alrighty tidy, next. Next and final stop, Köln Bahnhof in 800 meters. Which will take us some time to get to because we only have a 60 to 50 kilometer an hour speed limit. Should probably start slowing down for that limit. My goodness, there's a lot of rolling stock here. No wonder my game's chugging a bit. I don't remember Köln Bahnhof being this framey before the update, that's for sure. There's another talent 2, there's another 43. Yeah, look at that. Woof, 17 frames. Man, I need to upgrade my computer, man. This is terrible. Acknowledge? Yes, sir. Hey! I hit the button! What do you mean? Don't acknowledge that I stopped 90 meters before. No! I just stopped 90 meters before I was supposed to, thanks to the stupid piece of B system not doing it. Please tell me I got... Oh, I still got a platinum medal. Okay. Oh, dear. That's annoying, but oh well. So yeah, that'll be all for this video, everyone. Thank you all so very much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.